What's up, guys? E-Drone here. This is the new DJI Mavic Air 2. Stay tuned. If you just got your Mavic Air 2 in, you are so excited. You can't wait to get this thing out and flying. And trust me when I tell you, you will have plenty of time to take it out and explore all this drone has to offer. But first and foremost, we need to do some things to get this drone ready to fly safely and efficiently. So the first thing we need to do, guys, is we need to charge this battery. Once you fully charge the battery, then we can go ahead and get this guy ready for all of the software updates that DJI is going to have out for this drone. Once we get all the software updates completed, we're probably going to need to recharge that battery again, and we're going to need to do all the calibrations to get this drone ready to go. We're going to do compass calibration. We're going to be doing the IMU calibration. Everything we need to make this drone safe and ready for takeoff so we can have an optimum fun time. Make sure you check that out, my DJI Mavic Air 2 playlist on my channel. We're going to have multiple videos on this drone going over all the functionality and testing everything out for you so you guys can see what it's like. Okay, we're going to need to remove the gimbal cover to go ahead and do these firmware and software updates and all the calibrations. Go ahead and put your fully charged battery in the Mavic Air 2 and go ahead and power on the drone itself. Push once and then push and hold. You'll see it make a tone, startup tone. The motors will twitch a little bit and the LED lights will come on. Now go ahead and put your device that you're going to be using in your controller and plug in the USB-C cable on the left side. Go ahead and download the DJI Fly app on the Android or Apple Store, Google Play or Apple Store. Once it's installed, you can go ahead and open it up. And you're going to go ahead and activate the Mavic Air 2. Just click agree and it will restart the craft. If you want DJI Care, go ahead and select it. If not, go ahead and exit out of that. Go ahead and push the firmware update that's going to fix some occasional issues with video being abnormally when recorded to the aircraft and some horizon issues with the gimbal. Now we're going to update the FlySafe data as well. The updates actually were not that bad. It was very easy to do and did not take very long or a lot of battery life. Now I'm just going to go through some of these quick settings and make some adjustments for my return to home altitude. The distance is already set to no limit and the max altitude set to 120. I'm going to leave that alone, and that's in meters. We can change that later on. And obstacle avoidance turned on, and we're going to go ahead and select the IMU calibration. Now you want to have the props off for this, and you want to fold the drone up, and you want to actually place it on a flat surface, either a floor or a table, something level, and do it just like it's shown here on the application. It will tell you exactly how the drone needs to look. You're just going to basically mimic that, do it on a flat surface with no vibrations. You don't want to have this on an uneven surface as well. And I found it easier to do with the props off just because they're not flopping down, getting in your way as you're rotating the craft. Once you've completed the calibration correctly, the aircraft will restart and you will get a message saying that you calibrated it correctly. This is very important to do, guys, because this drone come from a different area and it's being shipped all over the world. So depending on your location, the calibrations need to be done once you receive them. Now we can go ahead and change from metric to imperial, and that way we can have our feet for our height and our distances. And the follow me mode is on the gimbal. I like to just leave it in that. And I'm going to allow upward gimbal rotation so the gimbal can actually rotate upwards a little bit. And then we're going to go ahead and calibrate the gimbal as well. I'm going to do the auto calibration. Just place on a flat level surface, unfolded. Make sure there's nothing in front of the gimbal or away, nothing around the gimbal when you go ahead and calibrate. And just wait for it to be completely done. Keep still. Don't have any vibrations, anything around. Once you do it correctly, it will restart. You'll get a calibration success. Calibrating the compass you want to do outside with no metal in your pockets or no metal around the drone, and we'll do that in another video. Switch over to 16:9 for my camera field of view for the type of video that I want, 16:9 for the camera and the video on the screen. I'm going to set the white balance to auto just for now. I'm going to check all the auto out of the box settings when we take this out and fly it. It does have 8 gigabytes of internal storage. I'm going to go ahead and be testing that as well. I'm also going to do a video on how to pull off that data off of the actual craft and put it on your PC. That way you can put it to a micro SD card or whatever. But go ahead and format that. Go ahead and format the internal storage, and it will switch to the internal storage. That way you can just kind of test that out. 8 gigabytes is not a lot when you're recording at 4K, so just keep that in mind. And I think we're pretty much ready. Here's the transmission system here. We're going to leave that in HD. I'm going to leave it on dual band and auto. That way it's going to always look for the optimum channel. It's always going to be looking. So if you have an area that you know has a lot of interference with a certain frequency, then you can go ahead and change that manually. And you can see we have all our updates are completed now, and that's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. More DJI Mavic Air 2 videos to come on the channel, so stay tuned for that. And until next time, guys, thanks for watching. eDrone out.